forward. And let's call our last guest for our last session of this 21 days winter school training program. It is a great pleasure to warmly welcome Dr. Vijay Kumar, Assistant Professor of Economics, School of Applied Sciences and Humanities, Vignan's Foundation of Science, Technology and Research, deemed to be University VFSTR Vadlamundi, Guntur, to this winter school training program. Dr. Vijay Kumar's academic expertise in economics and applied social sciences brings an important interdisciplinary perspective to this program, especially in understanding the economic dimensions of agriculture policy, sustainability, and rural development. His scholarly insights and teaching experience will greatly enrich the learning experience of our participants. We are confident that his session will offer valuable analytical frameworks and practical understanding, enabling participants to better appreciate the economic linkages shaping today's agriculture and allied sectors. On the behalf of organizing committee and all the participants of this program, we extend our warmest welcome to you, sir, and sincerely thank you for joining us in this winter school training program. With these words, I invite you, sir, to kindly take over the session. The platform is all yours.
So, very good evening to all. So, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. 1 minute, madam. I'm sharing the PowerPoint presentations. Please wait.
Okay.
Sir. While role of agriculture. First one. Yeah. Can you ask them is it visible? Can you ask them is it visible? Yeah, madam. Is it visible, madam? My PowerPoint presentation. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, madam. Madam, is it visible, my PowerPoint presentation?
Sir, your screen is visible, but you haven't started your presentation yet.
Yeah, screen is visible now, PowerPoint. Hello.
Screen is visible, sir.
Yeah. So very good evening to everyone. So firstly, I sincerely thank for the opportunity to serve as a keynote speaker at 21 Days International Winter School Program organized by JEST Agriculture Education Group and also Indian Society of Agriculture Science and Technology, New Delhi. It was a honor to share my perspective with such a distinguished and diverse group of participants in these 21 days winter school. Okay. So next, so today I'm going to talk about role of sustainable agriculture in India's economic development. It's very important in the present perspective. Sustainable agriculture. We are talking much about agriculture, especially on sustainability. In what way this sustainable agriculture help the farmers to boost on the farmers' economy and also to improve the living standards of the people. So, myself, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Assistant Professor of Economics, Department of Social Science and Humanities, School of Applied Sciences and Humanities, Vignan Foundation for Science and Technologies, Research, Deemed University, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. First, we talk about introductory parts. So, as we are well aware of this, agriculture remains the backbone of Indian economy. We all know that. So, after independence, we got a green revolutions. After that, LPG during 90s period, we are focusing much on food grain productions. If you compare with the present situation and the previous 1990s period, that is liberalization, privatization, globalization, presently we are focusing on sustainability because presently we have 143 crores 143 crores of Indian populations, though we are highest in food grain production, but in one side we are lagging behind for sustainability and per capita availability of food for per persons. So in that context, though agriculture, it is a backbone of Indian economy, and apart from that, 46% of the peoples are engaged, are totally involved in an agriculture activity for as a rural livelihood as a workforce, but it is contributing only 16% of GDP to the country. So if you make this, comparison, we have a gaps. So mainly, it contributes 16% to the Indian GDPs. So still it has to reach in a more economic manner, economic stability. So there
Sir,
is a gap between. Yeah, please,
sir,
madam.
sir, I would like to interrupt. You haven't started your PPT yet. Only the files are visible.
Yeah, please. Oh, one minute, 1 minute. 1 minute, madam. One second, madam. We are doing. What about now? Can you ask? Now, madam, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible now.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Right. Yeah. So now we are talking about agriculture, right? So presently we need, though agriculture is Indian backbone of Indian economy, but right now we need sustainability, because per capita availability of food and per capita income also we are lagging behind in that contest. So in that, agriculture has historically been a foundation of Indian economy, and also it plays a crucial role in the country's socio-economic development. Apart from that, the agriculture sector ensures food security, provides a raw material for industries also, and supports livelihood of millions, especially rural areas. So in that context, agriculture plays an important role. Apart from that, so if we talk about employment opportunity, near about 46% of the workforce are depending on agriculture for their rural livelihood, and it contributes 16% of the GDP to the Indian economic situation. If you see the situation, the present agriculture condition is very crucial. So there are certain gaps behind that. So if we go with the gaps, the low productivity per worker, and also dependence on traditional farming methods also we are following by the farmers, and also fragmented land holdings and limited mechanizations also. So if you fulfill these gaps, obviously we can reach certain improvement in the agriculture sector, so that we can improve the productivity and we can improve the living standards of the farmers and also farm income from agriculture sectors. So this is one side. After that, we used to face the country is facing some certain challenges in agriculture sector. Firstly, climate change. Everywhere in the global level, we are facing the climate change factors. If we talk about climate change, mainly if you see the increase in temperature, irregular monsoon, if you know that especially in Indian agriculture conditions, the agriculture is uncertain. Uncertainty we are facing. So monsoon effect, even floods, drought situation we are facing. Apart from that, high vulnerability for rain-fed agriculture, which supports a large portion of the farmers. This is one side. And second is soil degradations. We are losing day by day soil. We are, due to excess utilization of chemical fertilizers to our field, we are losing our soil fertility. So this is one side. And also water side. It is excess usage of water in our agriculture. That's also plays an important role. That is, we are facing major challenges in agriculture. To overcome these problems, the sustainable agriculture is must. So this is very important. So in that context, sustainable agriculture offers a way to balance the productivity, environmental protection, and economic viability. It focuses on meeting the present food needs without compromising the future generation. So this is presently sustainable agriculture is a not a choice, it is necessity. So that's why we all the Indians wish to take care about all the soil health, even climate change aspects. These things we should take care in the further days. So if you come to the concept of sustainability, how to achieve sustainability in agriculture, this is very important. So sustainability is in a big task. There are n number of difficulties we will face in the sustainability. So if you talk about sustainable agriculture, what actually means sustainable agriculture? So it is nothing but it's one type of farming system that meets the current food and livelihood needs without compromising the future needs and ability of future generation to meet their own needs. And also it integrates the environmental protection, economic viability, and social equity, making farming resilient, profitable, and inclusive over a longer period. So this is very important. I'm talking about environmentally sound. So if you take example Delhi, so everybody we are facing the pollution problems. That is one drawback for Indian agriculture. Ultimately, we are losing the productivity yield level of the agriculture. So if you apply the sustainable agriculture management practices, obviously we'll achieve farm productivity, farm income. So first one is environmental sound. So this it protects the natural resources if you apply the sustainable practices. Second one is economically viable. So it ensures sustainability ensures stable farm income. So this is very important. Apart from that, socially inclusive. So at the end, benefits for farmers, workers, and the communities. To achieve sustainability, certain principles has to follow in the agriculture sector. First one is soil health management. So nowadays, after liberalization, privatization, and globalization, so agriculture sector, no doubt we are in the production aspect we are in the global level we are the highest 353 million tons food grain production. But in one side we are losing our soil health. So if you concerned about soil health management, healthy soil is the foundation for sustainable agriculture. This is very important. So especially practices such as crop rotation, green manuring, and composting, and use of organic matter, it will improve the soil fertility. So we should take care soil for future generation also. Okay, if you use excess chemical fertilizer, obviously we'll lose the soil fertility. Second one is water conservation. So to sorry, to achieve sustainability, water is also very important component. So in that mainly is to apply the scientific management practices to conserve the water source, especially drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, and also no wastage of water also. These things you should take care. And the next one is biodiversity protection. This is very important. So biodiversity mainly strengthens the agriculture ecosystem. Okay, if you maintain good agriculture situations, obviously you will get continuous yield from your field. So this is very important. Apart from that, crop diversification and intercropping reduce the pest outbreaks. This is very important. And also agroforestry and mixed farming support the beneficial insects and wildlife. This is one of the important aspect to conserve our biodiversity. And lastly, of reduced chemical inputs. If you apply to achieve sustainable management practices, obviously the usage of chemical fertilizer is very less. So if you go with organic products, so like bio inputs, bio fertilizers, obviously we'll lose, we'll save the money, we'll save the cost of cultivation, we'll reduce the cost of cultivations. So this is very important to reduce the chemical inputs. And apart from that, long-term productivity. So in concern with sustainability, if you use scientific management practices of sustainable agriculture, obviously we'll get long-term profitability in agriculture. So mainly it prevents the soil exhaustion and resource depletion, and also enhance the resilience to climate shocks. So this is all about the to get the income continuous from agriculture sector. So after knowing this, why we should require sustainability? No doubt we are the global level highest food grain production about 353 million ton. So we are the highest in the food grain production. But in one side we are not achieving economic sustainability. So per capita availability of income per person is less. So to achieve this, certain things are very necessary in this perspective. First one is rising climate risk. mainly droughts, floods, and heat waves. So these are the challenging factors to achieve the sustainability. Okay, so if you concern it by 2026, sustainability has moved from being a choice to a necessity. So it's not a choice. In the present day, it becomes necessity to achieve sustainability in agriculture, especially in agriculture and development. Rapid environmental challenges, economic pressures on farms, and also rising food demands make a sustainable practices essential for long-term survivability in agriculture sector. So if you concern about rising climate risk, so in agriculture, especially in the Indian perspective, climate is not in our hand. Agriculture is still in uncertainty conditions. We are facing, so from starting land preparation to till harvesting and till harvesting to marketing of products, we are not sure about our, commodity will get good price for our commodity. So climate is in not our hand. So sudden drought situation, flood situation, obviously it will affect the crop yield, crop growth. So it is all affects the economic instability. So this is very important. And second one is declining farm profitability. This is also another important challenging factor for sustainability. So here now farm incomes under pressure due to rising cost of inputs, especially chemical fertilizers and also pesticides, fuels, and seeds also. And apart from that, seeds, soil degradation leading to lower productivity. Excess utilization of chemical fertilizers also, soil degradation is taking place. And another important factor is market volatility and unstable price. There is no sudden rise fluctuation of the price of the commodities. Okay, this is a challenging factor. Apart from that, so food and nutritional security is very needed. So in the present scenario, modern consumers are preferring, climate resilient varieties, especially in millets. Take example millets. So everybody is, they are conscious about their health. So by usage of millets, these are the, very healthy and safety and nutritious foods to achieve sustainability. And last factor is global sustainability commitment. That is, we are talking about sustainable development goals and climate goals. To achieve these, so in agriculture sector is very challenging with growing population and changing the diets. Ensure adequate, safe, and nutritious food is a major challenge. So apart from that, unstable farming depletes soil and water resources, threatening future and supply, and monocropping limits dietary diversity and micronutrient availability. So these are the factors are playing an important role to achieve the sustainability. Okay. So now there is a very important concept is contribution to economic growth. So sustainable, how we should link with sustainable agriculture, it contributes to economic growth. So first one is stable agriculture output. It pertains to macroeconomic stability. So you know that agriculture plays a vital role in shaping the overall economic performance, economic stability, and even per capita individual. So especially in developing economics, sustainable agriculture practice strengthen this role by ensuring stability, efficiency, and also resilience, thereby contributing directly and indirectly economic growth. So if you talk about stable agriculture output, so stable agriculture production is essential for macroeconomic stability. Take example, sustainable management practices, especially soil fertility, water use efficiency, chemical fertilizer usage, and climate resilience, leading to consistent yields. So that's why we are telling about macroeconomic stability. Second one is reduce depends on weather. Variability minimizes the sharp fluctuations in the output. This is second factor. Third factor is stable food production helps control the food inflation. Okay, food inflation, and also which is the major component of overall inflations. This is very important. Second one is reduce input cost. So it bears high farm incomes. This is very important. If you talk about conventional farming system, previous often relies heavily on expensive of chemical fertilizer. Instead of using chemical fertilizers, if you use organic based products like biofertilizers, bio inputs, like take example vermicompost. So it will reduce it will improve the soil fertility. It will enrich the soil nutrients for a longer time. So and also efficient usages of resources. That is very important. So obviously, you will reduce the input cost in agriculture sectors. And third one is strengthen the rural demand. So it percent growth in non-farm sectors. Okay. Here, higher and more stable farm incomes increases the purchasing power in the rural areas. This is important. Farmers spend more on goods and services such as housing, even education, and healthcare and consumer products. This is one factor. So last is enhance the agriculture GDP reliance. So these factors will play an important role in the contribution to economic growth. So sustainable agriculture strengthen the resilience of agriculture GDP by mainly reducing vulnerability to climate shocks. Second one is promoting diversified systems that spread a risk, and third one is maintaining long-term productivity of the land. This is very important. So at the end, sustainable agriculture contributes, significantly to the economic growth by stabilizing output, reducing the cost, raising the farm incomes, and stimulating the rural demand and enhancing the agriculture GDP resilience. It creates a virtual cyclic growth, linking agriculture sustainability to longer term, so broader economic development. So this is very important factor to achieve the economic growth of the India. Right. So we then is to move on to the employment and rural development. How the sustainable development, sustainable agriculture will play an important role in the to create employment opportunity in the rural area, because almost all in India, 46% of the population workforce are dependent on agriculture. As we know that agriculture supports livelihood. It for economic stability to achieve, per income. So agriculture plays an important role. It agriculture sector supports livelihood of millions of people, especially small and marginal farmers. So in that, agriculture as a livelihood source, a large population of India population depends on agriculture either directly or indirectly. Small and marginal farmers really on farming, livestock, and allied activities for income. Sustainable agriculture improves farm stability, making livelihood more secure. That is very important. Supports landless laborers through continuous on-farm and off-farm work. Thus, agriculture remains central to rural livelihood security. This is very important. Then, if we talk about sustainable practices to achieve long-term productivity, there is a need of sustainable agriculture management practices in the field. So first one is it generates local employment. Sustainable farming system are often labor intensive, firstly, especially in the rural areas. So practices like organic farming and mixed farming, compost preparation, and manual weed management create local jobs. We can create self-employment to the rural peoples. Second one is allied activities, especially dairy. Take example, dairy is a continuous income generating source, because agriculture is an uncertain condition. We can't sure about our yield, and we can't sure about we can get good income for our commodity till from land preparation till marketing. So in that contest we should have alternate option to get income from our farm. That is dairy business. We can go with the dairy business activity. So even poultry, fisheries, and agroforestry to provide year-round employment for in agriculture sector, and reduces the dependence on seasonal migrant labor. So this strengthens the village level employment and income stability. Second one is, then we talk about sustainable agriculture with the farmers' income. How the sustainable agriculture will improve the farmers' economy, farmer income, per capita, income of the farmers. So here now enhancing the farmer income is a key development in the priority. So this sustainable agriculture directly contributes, to higher and more stable and diversified farm incomes by reducing the cost, expanding the income source, and improving the market value of farm produce. This is very important. So first point, if you talk about lower dependence on fertilizers and pesticides. So if you apply the sustainable management practices, sustainable agriculture management practices in your field, so obviously we'll reduce the cost of cultivation. So we can use the best usage of resources, in an efficient manner, and also we can improve the soil fertility for a longer time. So this is what the lower dependence on fertilizers and pesticides. Best example is usage of organic manure, and vermicompost, like these things. Second one is integrated farming system. So obviously this integrated. So these are the certain important sustainable agriculture management practices, that is integrated nutrient management, integrated farming systems. So here no integrated farming system combine multiple activities mainly. So like crops plus livestock, fisheries, along with fisheries, livestock, agroforestry and horticultures. So obviously, so it will benefits to the farmers income, to achieve farmer income. Multiple source of income throughout the year, first one. Second one is efficient recycling of farm inputs and waste, reducing the risk from the crop failure. So at the end, the organic and natural farming fetch the premium prices. Growing consumer awareness has increased demand for safe and chemical-free food. So everybody presently they are having health conscious. So though the organic products costly in the market, even though the consumers are preferring organic based product instead of chemical used products. Here, no, organic and natural farm produce often command higher market price. Here, certification and niche markets enhance the profitability, and also export opportunities also we can get seen the organic farming or natural farming. So at the end, it will all pertains to sustainable agricultures. And also apart from this, to achieve sustainable, even government support to government goal for doubling the farmers' income for a longer time. Here now sustainable agriculture supports this goal by reducing the production of cost, increasing the productivity, sustainable, and promoting value addition and market access. This is very important. And apart from that, enhancing the resilience to climate risks. This is one factor. So here now sustainable agriculture improves farmers' income through cost reduction, income diversification, premium pricing, and also balance building. By aligning the economic gains with the environmental sustainability, it supports long-term profitability in agriculture sector. So this is one thing. So now coming to the how the sustainability will improve or it will safeguard the environmental benefits with the economic impact. How it is correlate with environmental sectors to achieve sustainability. Okay. First one is soil conservations. This is very important. So mainly the sustainable agriculture demonstrate that environmental protections, efficient usage of resources, mobilizing the efficient usage of resources in agriculture sectors. Okay, and economic growth are not conflicting the goals. By conserving natural resources and reducing the environmental damage, sustainable practices generate long-term economic benefits for farmers and the economy. Okay, so if you talk about soil conservation and sustainable yields, soil is a critical productive assets in agriculture. This one everyone knows that. Soil is the base parameter to boost on the agriculture yield. Which to take care soil, you know, efficient manner for further generation also. So here now to improve the soil fertility, we should take care about by applying different sustainable agriculture management practices. Like crop protection, cover cropping, mulching, and also conservation tillage and organic manure application prevent to soil erosion. This is very important. So we are not bothered about obviously we are running behind it to get more yield by usage of excess chemical fertilizer. But at the one day we lose our soil fertility. So we should take care about our soil health and improved soil structure enhance the nutrient availability and water retentions. Healthy soil supports consistent crop growth over multiple reasons. Okay. And economically sustained soil fertility ensures stable yields, reduces the need for external inputs, and protects farm income over the long term to get income from agriculture sector. Second one is water efficiency. What is the major source? Everybody knows. So nowadays we are using excess water in one side, and some part of area we are deficit of scarcity of water. To overcome those problems, the sustainability plays an important role. Here, no water efficient in agriculture, both environment and as well as financial stress. Here now technologies like drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, if you adopt this type of advanced scientific management practices in agriculture, obviously will save the waters for future generations also. Okay, and rainwater harvesting technology is one of the best technology, and soil master conservation reduce the dependence on groundwater. Nowadays we are extracting more and more groundwater. So at the end, efficient water use leads to cost savings, especially in water scarce regions, improving profitability and resilience. Okay. Now third one is biodiversity preservations. It's very important factor. It's totally correlated with sustainable agriculture. We should take care about our biodiversity ecosystem. Okay, for our future generation also. Here now, if you talk about biodiversity, biodiversity plays a key role in maintaining the ecosystem. Okay, especially diverse crops and natural predators reduce the pest and disease outbreaks. This is one of the best example. Apart from that, agroforestry and mixed farming enhance the ecological stability. We can't depend, especially in agriculture, we can't focus on one crop only. We used to grow with multiple crop. If one crop fails, other options, the alternate crop will get more income from that, crop. So and also genetic diversity increases the tolerance to climatic variability. This is also an important factor to safeguard the environmental benefits with economic impact, and lower greenhouse gas emissions. Also, agriculture is a significant source of greenhouse gas emissions, especially reduce the chemical fertilizer, use of lower nitrous oxide emissions, and improved soil management increase the carbon sequence, and efficient livestock and reduce the management, reduce the methane emissions. So these are the important factors to achieve the environmental benefits with economic impact. Now come to the food security. This is very important. So sustainability, it will safeguard the farmers, and also to achieve the food security also. If you talk about food security, mainly sustainable agriculture plays a critical role in strengthening the food security while also enhancing the security countries' export potential and global competitiveness by focusing on long-term productivity, quality, environmental responsibility. It supports both domestic needs as well as international market demands. This is one thing. If you talk about food security, first one is ensures long-term food availability. So presently we are of 53 million ton food grain productions. No doubt we are sufficient. But in one side, to achieve sustainability, to achieve economic stability, so we should take care about our sustainable management practices in the agriculture sector. First one, no, food security ensures consistent availability of food over time. Think that for future generation also. So here sustainable practices especially protect soil fertility, water source, even biodiversity, ensuring continuous agriculture productions. Second one is climate resilient crops and diversified farming systems reduce the risk of crop failure. This is very important factor. So prevent resource degradation that could return the future food supply also. Okay. So second one is improve the quality and safety of foods. This is very important factor. Here the modern consumers increasingly demands safe and nutritious food. Everybody is conscious about their health. Though organic products are highly cost, but even though they are paying more cost for organic products because of their health conscious. Okay, and also it boosts the exports of especially organic products. Especially Indian agriculture products have more demand in the global level. Okay, so here now organic products mainly rising the global demand for organic product, premium pricing in international markets, and also enhance the farmers' income and foreign exchange earnings also. So, and talk about millets. So, climate resilient and nutritionally rich crops, and even growing international recognition as a superfoods, especially Indian food products. So, India is exporting, many of the spices, even food grains, even millets also across the global level. And lastly, of enhance the Indian global competitiveness. India is very rich exporting country, especially in millets, even spices, condiments. Here now, sustainable agriculture, if you apply the sustainable agriculture management practices in agriculture sector, it enhance the, meeting the international quality, safety and sustainability standards. First thing. Second thing is strengthening the India's reputation as a reliable and responsible supplier in the global level, reducing the trade barriers related to environment and health concerns. This is very important. So this leads higher export earnings and long-term trade competitiveness in the global level. So here now, if you achieve the food security and export factor, sustainable agriculture plays an important role. Here, no, it ensures that food security, improves food quality, and expands, export opportunities for organic products, especially millets and sustainable agriculture commodities. By aligning this production with global standards, it enhances the India's competitiveness in international market, while ensuring the domestic food security. Okay. Now, to achieve this sustainability, government of India also playing an important role to achieve the sustainability. And government also is initiating some welfare schemes, even programs for achieving sustainability in agriculture. So government has initiated some of the programs, mainly National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. This is one of the premier program was launched by Government of India. Mainly, it is important focus on key component of India's climate action strategy in agriculture. So already everyone know that in Indian agriculture presently of uncertainty, risk and uncertainty. To overcome that problem, mainly this program enhances the focus on climate resilient farming practices and even promote soil and water conservation practices, efficient utilization of nutrient, it encourages the adoption of drought and flood tolerant crop varieties also. And also mainly this National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture reduces the climate, ensuring sustainable productivity and income stability of the farmers. So in that point, in that view, government has planned to launch this program for sustainable development. And second one is National Mission on Natural Farming. Everybody knows natural farming. Mainly precision focuses. Okay, so mainly this program highlights that this mission promotes the chemical free and low cost farming system. So obviously in cost of cultivation, especially chemical fertilizers, usage of chemical fertilizers is the highest input cost. To reduce that input cost, government has made one important program, that National Mission on Natural Farming. So it is nothing but this mission mainly highlights that encourages use of bio inputs like biofertilizers, vermicompost. Instead of using chemical fertilizers, we should go with the biofertilizers so that we can save our soil, and we can improve the soil fertility for a longer time, and also we can get continuous income from our field for a longer time. If you use excess chemical fertilizers, obviously you lose the soil fertility. Okay, further days you are totally dependent on chemical fertilizers. Obviously, it will increase the cost of cultivation. So another scheme is soil health card. This is very important and well-known program were launched by the Government of India. Mainly it focuses on to improve the soil fertility management. This is a very important aspect. Here it focuses provide the farmers with the information on soil nutrient status. Okay, and recommends the balanced and crop specific fertilizer usage. Okay, healthy soil ensures sustained yields and efficient resource usage in agriculture sector. So another important program was launched by the Government of India is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. This is another important, because so in India almost all cropped areas of rainfed area. To overcome that rainfed area agriculture situation is to go with application of different government is launching different welfare schemes, especially Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. It mainly focus on per drop more crop. This is the motto behind this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Here mainly focuses on efficient water management under the principle of per drop more crop. Here it promotes the micro irrigation, especially I told in the previously, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, so that we can save the water for further crops to get more yield. And also it encourages rainwater harvesting and reduces the water wastage and energy consumption for a longer time. And also expand irrigation coverage to rainfed areas. So this is the motto behind this Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. And lastly, a promotion of millets and climate smart crops. Here, so agriculture situation uncertainty, to overcome that problem, farmers used to go with alternate crops, especially millets, drought tolerance varieties, climate resilient crops, so that farmers can get continuous income from their agriculture sector. So this is one thing. So at the end, these all programs were launched by the government of India to improve the farmers' income, to make more economically stability. Government initiatives such as mainly NMSA, National Farming Mission, Soil Health Card, even Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, promotion of millets play a crucial role in advancing sustainable agriculture by improving resource efficiency, water usage, to get longer time productivity from our agriculture sector. Okay. So after knowing this, we'll move on ahead to that role of technology and innovations. This is very important. Sustainable development, to achieve sustainability in the agriculture sector, technology also plays an important role. By applying very innovative technology, by applying various scientific technology, scientific management practices in agriculture. Take example, precision farming, drones, digital advisor. So precision farming, it's mainly, it focuses on usage of efficient when the requirement is needed. So take example, waters, chemical fertilizers, organic products, organic inputs, whenever required, that of recommended practices, we used to go with that. If you use excess, obviously we lose the soil fertility. And also drones. So presently, usage of advanced technology in the by especially drones helps in monitoring crop health and even pest outbreaks, soil conditions, enabling the real-time interventions. This is very important. Digital advisory services provide weather forecasts, market prices, and best practices recommendations via mobile apps, SMS, helping the farmers make informed decisions at the right time in agriculture sectors. Second one is climate resilient crop varieties. This is very important parameter. Here, development of drought tolerant, flood resistance, climate resilient varieties ensure stable production under extreme climate situation. And second one is these varieties reduce the risk of crop failure and also crop loss due to weather related shocks. This is very important. And combined with the improved agronomical practices. So if you compare with the conventional method of agriculture and presently of modern technology, so there is a huge gap. There is huge difference between. If you apply modern scientific management practices in agriculture, you will safeguard agriculture sector. You will get more income. You will get continuous income from your agriculture sectors. The only thing, efficient utilization of source at a right time is very important. The third one is data-driven decision making. It is very important. Here, it mainly focuses on modern agriculture, relies on big data, remote sensing, and AI, analytics. Farmers and policymakers monitor soil health, irrigation needs, crop performance, and pest patterns. This is very important factor. Data driven leads to better planning, efficient resource allocation, and targeted intervention, improving the productivity while conserving the resources. So this is the beauty of technological and innovation, sector. So lastly, it supports efficient and sustainable production is very important. Here, integrated we should do, for achieving sustainability, we should apply innovative technology in agriculture sector to get continuous income from our farm. To achieve all those sustainable management practice, certain challenges to adopt these technologies. If you see the challenges in the adoption of various technology, first one is small land holdings. This is one of the primemost factor we are facing by the Indian farmers. If you talk about small land holdings, majority of the Indian farmers are small and marginal here with less than 2 hectares of the land. The second one is limited land makes it difficult to invest new technologies in agriculture field. And diversified crops, adopt sustainable systems like agroforestry or integrated farming practices. Okay. And second one is initial transition cost also. Here now, if you talk about initial transaction cost, here switching from conventional to sustainable agriculture often requires, upfront investment, especially, organic inputs, vermicompost or compost or biofertilizer, somewhat costly, and improve seeds and climate resilient varieties. These are also somewhat costly. And apart from that, micro irrigation systems or farm equipment. Third one is lack of awareness and training. This is one of the most and prime factor to face to achieve sustainability, because almost all in Indian perspective, almost all farmers are illiteracy, and they are having lack of awareness about new innovative technologies for adopting in agriculture sector. If you talk about this, no, many of the farmers are unaware about sustainable practices. Okay, though they are they knows, but they are hesitate to implement these practices in agriculture. And also adoption requires knowledge also. This is very important. Here crop protection, especially crop protection, organic fertilizer fertigations and integrated pest management. It requires time to adopt, but you will get continuous yield from your crop. And even extension services and farmers training programs are limited, so leading to hesitations and poor implementation at the grassroots level. So those things you should take care. And apart from that, market access issue also one of the important challenges were faced by the farmers. So though we are growing from from land preparation to till harvesting and marketing, we are not confident our product to get good price. So there is a government role should be there to establish good market for our farmers. And lastly, of need for stronger institutional support. This is very important. Here, no, effective adoption requires policy, credit, and technical support is very needed. Here, no, we talk about specially subsidies for organic inputs or micro irrigation. There is subsidy from farmers. Though government is launching different programs for welfare of the farmers, but it is not reaching to the poor farmers at the grassroots level. Okay, so those things has to take care by the governments. And also crop insurance and credit access. Every person, each farmers can access these crop insurance and credit and accessibility. And farmers cooperative and digital advisory services. These things has to reach at the grassroots level farmers and farming community. This is very important. Here, no, these challenges, especially, adoption of sustainable agriculture faces structural, economic, even knowledge and market barriers. Addressing the small landholdings, initial cost, awareness gaps, market access, and initial support, institutional support is essential for widespread implementation, farmer welfare, and long-term environmental sustainability is very important to make these. So we should take care of all those things practices to move a way forward. Here, to overcome adoption challenges and fully realize the benefits of sustainable agriculture, a multi-pronged strategy is required. This involves strengthening the institution, improving market mechanism, providing financial incentives, and for fostering the research and policy support. Here we can see strengthen and extension services and farmer training. So at the grassroots level, we through these agriculture universities, research centers used to take care to promote different types of innovative practices, innovative different types of sustainable developmental practices, sustainable development agriculture, innovative technologies to reach the ground level. Is to demonstrate, is to scientifically demonstrate to the farming community so that they can realize they can adapt the different types of technology in their field. In that, the extension services plays an important role to provide the farmers with the technical knowledge. Farmers, they are doing agriculture from long ancestors period, but present need the application of different scientific methodologies to get more income, to get economic stability, to get long-term productivity in their agriculture sector. And also training programs should cover mainly organic farming, integrated pest management, integrated nutrient management, soil health management, and also climate smart techniques. So these very important climate smart technologies. So we should grow with the climate resilient varieties to overcome the floods, drought situations, and even post-harvest handling and value additions. Take example dairy sectors. So everybody is doing dairies, dairy farming. So almost all farmers they are focusing on dairy. Milk product is milk. Will only farmers are preferring to sell them milk. So why can't we think milk byproducts in terms of value addition? Obviously, we will get so good income for longer time and continue income generating activity. That is our dairy business. And apart from that, improve the market linkages for sustainable producers. Here, no sustainable and organic produce often faces the market barriers. Here, government and private players can establish certified organic and climate smart produce markets and ensures premium pricing for sustainable products. This is one of the another important factor. And third one is initiative for sustainable practices. Here, financial incentives encourages adoption of despite of initial cost. Here, example, subsidies for organic inputs, micro irrigations, and renewable irrigations. Take example, micro irrigation. So government has to give subsidies for sprinkler irrigation, drip irrigation, so that farmer can improve their water source and efficient utilization of waters in their agriculture sector. And even research and innovation support. This is very important. Okay. Here now ongoing research is critical to develop from farm lab to land. It requires much task to achieve from lab to land to the farmer field. Here no climate resilient and yielding crop varieties and eco-friendly pest control and nutrient management techniques. For applying in the farmer field, it takes much time. Farmers should have patience to apply to make profit oriented business in their field. It requires innovative techniques. And lastly, of policy convergence, it is a very important factor. Here now, policies across agriculture, water, environment, and rural development should be integrated. Mainly align subsidies, credit scheme, extension services with subsidized goals, encourage state level coordination and convergence with national missions like Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchay Yojana, like this. So convergent policies create an enabling ecosystem for sustainable farming system. Okay, lastly, of conclusion that to get imperative of sustainable agriculture is no longer a choice. It is essential for India's long-term economic, social, and environmental well-being. With the growing population, climate change, pressure, and resource constraint, traditional agriculture alone cannot ensure the food security. One thing, farmer livelihoods or environmental sustainability. Okay, here mainly, so balance growth and equity and environment. Economic growth, sustainable practices improve the productivity while reducing the input social cost, stabilizing the farmers' income, and supporting rural demand. This is very important. And social equity. If we talk about social equity, by promoting smallholder participation, local employment, and fair market access, sustainable agriculture ensures inclusive development in agriculture sector. And also environment factor. This is very important. Here now, if you talk about environment, conservation of soil, water, ecosystem, biodiversity, gas emission secures the resource for future generation. That is what we can call it a sustainability for future generations. This integrated approach ensures that development in a holistic and long lasting. And also, it will act as a key driver for India's economic resilience in 2026. Here, agriculture underpins macroeconomic stability, employment, and rural prosperity. And sustainable farming reduces the vulnerability to climate shocks such as floods, droughts, even uneven seasonal conditions, and heat waves. Resilient agriculture system supports stable agriculture GDP, food security, and export competitiveness, strengthening the India's economic resilience. Lastly, it will act as a pathway to inclusive and sustainable development. Here, now adoption of various sustainable management practices, as we discussed in the before, with the government initiatives, global sustainable goals, and climate commitments. Second one is promote farmer welfare, resource use efficiency, innovations, bridging the gap between economic development and ecological balance. Ensures that future generations inherit a productive, equitable, and environmentally secure agriculture system. So, lastly, to achieve sustainability in agriculture sector for overall economic development of the India, sustainable agriculture is a cornerstone of India's future development, integrating with economic viability, economic stability, social inclusivity, and environmental stewardship. Its widespread adoption is a critical for building a resilient, equitable, and sustainable society in 2026 and beyond. So, this is all about the role of sustainable agriculture in economic development of the India. So I thank to organizers for giving an opportunity to make my perspective in the participant. So lastly, thanks to Sakshi Madam for cooperating and entire 21 days winter school. I thanks to organizers, especially I thanks to Dr. DPS Badwal sir for giving me opportunity to express my view on 21 days international winter school. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Thank you
Hello.
very much for this session, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
Now I request the participants to drop their thoughts or question in the chat box. Sir, there's already a question in the chat box.
Yeah, please. Chitran sir. Chitran sir. 1 minute, madam. Yeah. Yeah, please. I think there is no questions, madam. Question.
Should I read it for you, sir?
Yeah,
This
please.
question, sir, no doubt integrated farming with livestock sectors definitely encourages sustainable rural development. But
Yeah.
now the government is promoting natural farming. What is
Yeah.
your opinion? Can only natural farming encourage sustainable rural development or not?
So, one thing, sir, government is promoting natural farming in one side, but we should create awareness, economic importance of natural farming in the rural area. Still, in Indian condition, many of the rural peoples are not aware about natural farming. Take example, madam. We are talking about vermicompost. This is one of the best example. So vermicompost usage, if you maintaining good dairy farming, obviously you will get cow dung. So you can use best this cow dung as organic manure, and also in addition to that, we can use we can prepare vermicompost to your agriculture. So obviously there will be reduction in the input cost of chemical fertilizer purchase. So obviously we'll save soil fertility for a longer time. So it is nothing but natural farming. That is efficient utilization of resources, efficient utilization of mobilization of resources to get more income, especially for longer time. No doubt you will if you use chemical fertilizer, you will get more yield. But for the coming year, it will adaptability will be more. In turn, we will lose the soil fertility. If we go with the natural farming practices, obviously we will get more income for a longer time. This is very important. We can improve, we can save soil fertility for a longer time. No doubt it will take much time to adopt natural farming practices, but you will get sure yield for longer time. Madam, please.
Okay, sir. There's one question from my side also. Like, in
Yeah.
what ways can sustainable agriculture contribute to rural employment generation and reduce migration while strengthening India's overall economy?
Yeah, it's a very good question, madam. So I told in initially, so sustainable agriculture management practices. If you apply, so suppose you are making, dairy farming. So you can create employment opportunity. If you make see best example, vermicompost production. If you are maintaining good dairy farming, obviously you will get organic manure, madam, organic manure and also vermicompost. So vermicompost production can create employment to farmers and even income stability for rural peoples. So see, take example in metropolitan city. So 1 kg of vermicompost we are paying 50 to 80 rupees per kg. So obviously we can create employment to the farmers in the farmer field itself if you maintain crops with the dairy farming practices. So obviously we can give the employment to the other peoples of the farmer, country. Only thing we should apply scientific sustainable management practices, especially precision farming, bio fertilizer, bio inputs production, vermicompost productions, vermi wash, all those things, and you can promote, you can create employment for the farmers, madam.
Okay, sir, there's another question from my side. How can value addition, agri processing, and sustainable supply chains enhance the economic impact of sustainable farming systems?
Very good question. I will give you simple examples. Everybody take example. The person is mentioning dairy farming. Obviously, his motto is to sell milk and get the money from that milk and dairy business. So why can't we go with value addition products, especially milk? If you consider the product, milk is a product, byproduct, especially curd, cheese, even butter, and even paneer. For making so for purchasing 1 kg of paneer, we are paying 300 to 400 kg, that to A grade quality paneer. So if you prepare in your house only, that too for maintaining certain precautionary measure, obviously we can prepare paneer, good quality paneer. Why can't we sell? So obviously we can achieve income. So regular income, especially dairy sector is a continuous income generating source. So if you make value addition in a scientific manner, especially in agriculture sector. So take example, another example, from dairy sector, you will get organic manure. Why can't you go to value addition, that is of Panchagavya, Panchamrata, Vijamrata, even vermicompost. It's all income generating source, madam. These all are value added products. Take example from dairy, you will get organic manure. Why can't we, Dhupa Deepa incense sticks? These are all value addition based products. So obviously we can create employment to others also. Madam.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the clear explanations and addressing the questions raised.
Yeah, madam.
There are some more questions in the chat box, sir.
Yeah.
I'll read it to you. Sir, which type of wormy are allowed in the natural farming? Because
Yeah,
I see.
mainly in Indian condition there are three species: Edulus, Icenia fetida, and Lumbrica species. These are the three species that are well suited with Indian condition, madam. These species can use in vermicompost production, madam.
And
Madam.
which sustainable practices are most effective under the drought and salinity stress conditions?
So even biofertilizer, bio inputs production, and even vermicompost productions, especially in the drought. So for vermicompost, there is no much requirement of water. Minimum usage of water is enough for vermicompost production. So we can improve the soil fertility for a longer time, and we can create employment to others also.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the clear explanations.
Yeah.
There's another question. I'll read it to you.
Opportunity, especially to
How
just
does the
agriculture education group.
Okay, sir,
Yeah,
there's
madam.
another question. Should I read it to you?
Yeah, please, madam.
How does the transition to sustainable agriculture influence India's global competitiveness, trade balance, and agri-based industrial growth?
Especially we used to, if you talk about Indian economy, the global market, we should go with the export oriented products, especially, take example, millets. We should grow with the climate resilient crop. Obviously, we'll save our agriculture products. And we can, if you make value addition in especially climate resilient crops, obviously we can export to of our commodity to foreigners. That is one thing. Madam.
Uh, there's another question. With the rapid push towards
What, madam? I'm not getting. Hello, madam.
there's
Hello.
another question, sir.
Yeah,
Am I
please.
audible to you, sir?
Yeah, please now. Yeah.
With the rapid push towards precision farming and
Yeah.
AI-driven advisories, how can we ensure these technologies remain accessible and affordable for India's small and marginal farmers who own less than 2 hectares of land?
Yeah, very practical question you are asking, madam. Take example AI drone practices. So government also initiating. Take example for purchasing drone for especially small farmers and landless farmers and marginal farmers. It is difficult. I agree with your words. But governments also improving, initiating some higher based drones to the farm community so that these drone technologies, AI technology will help pest outbreaks and climate risk. So obviously government also taking step towards application of drone technologies, even AI technologies in agriculture. But it requires time, madam, to applicable at the grassroots level and even reaching to all farmers, it requires time.
Okay, sir. Thank you for addressing the questions and for such an insightful and thought-provoking session on the role of sustainable agriculture in India's economic development.
Yeah,
On the
madam.
behalf of organizing committee, our collaborating institutions, and all the participants, I extend our sincere gratitude to you for sharing your valuable knowledge and perspectives with us today. Your deliberation clearly highlighted how sustainable agriculture practices not only ensure environmental conservation but also contribute significantly to inclusive economic growth, rural livelihoods, and national food security. The way you linked sustainability with productivity, farmer welfare, and long term economic resilience provided a comprehensive understanding to its importance in the Indian context. Once again, we thank you for your time, wisdom, and enriching contribution to this session, sir. Your address has greatly enhanced our understanding of how sustainable agriculture can serve as a strong pillar in India's economic development. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So I lastly thank you everyone to giving me an opportunity. A special thank to Sandhya, Sakshi, Sandhyal madam and organizers. Especially special thanks to Just Agriculture Education Group and also Indian Society for Agriculture, Science and Research Technology, New Delhi. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. So now, respected dignitaries, esteemed speakers, dear participants, and valued collaborators, as we come to the conclusion of 21-day International Winter School Training Program, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for being an integral part of this remarkable academic journey. Over the past 21 days, your enthusiasm, active participation, and the intellectual curiosity have transformed this program into a truly enriching and globally connected learning experience. The discussions, the questions, and the shared insights have added immense value and have made every session impactful and meaningful. We express our sincere appreciation to our esteemed national and international speakers for generously sharing their expertise, experiences, and visionary sights. Your contributions have not only enhanced knowledge but also inspired innovative thinking and future ready solutions in agriculture. Our heartfelt thanks also go to our collaborating institutions and organizing partners for their constant support and commitment, which played a vital role in the successful execution of this winter school. As this program concludes, let us carry forward the knowledge gained, collaborations built, and inspiration ignited during these 21 days. May this learning translate into action, innovation, and positive change in your professional and research endeavors. Also, this is to inform you that your soft copies or certificates will be provided to you within 3 to 4 days in the WhatsApp group itself, and the hard copies will be delivered on a postal address within 20 to 25 days from our end. On the behalf of Just Agriculture and ISA I thank you all once again for your dedication, energy, and participation. This may be the end of the program, but it is the beginning of new ideas, new collaborations, and a stronger global agriculture community. Thank you, stay inspired, and wishing you a continued success ahead.
Okay, sir. Let's go. Yeah. One person, his name is also Shiraz. How did it go, sir?
It's good.
Okay. I
Questions?
listened to some of them. Yeah. But there were questions also.
Yeah, discussed.
Have they quit?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
You can-
my voice was.
you can quit.